We'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's probably only a day later since the other albino video, and every single egg has now cracked. And I had transferred, oh gosh, did he roll this egg? Ooh, don't want to drown your brother or sister. I'm gonna have to cut that egg. This is a baby that just hatched out. Ooh, come on. I'm going to transfer it to where the other little baby is. So there's a second precious baby out. The other one is sleeping right there. So that's two of them. Oh gosh. So I think because that little guy hatched and rolled these eggs, look, that one's got his face out. Since he rolled those eggs, I'm going to hurry up and cut them a little better, and we'll be right back. Sorry to do this right away on the beginning of a video. All right, I'm back. In fact, this is one of the eggs that I just cut the slits in. Now you can see the baby. If we don't get the light, it's sticking its head out and flicking its tongue. Let's see if I don't. I'm sure me talking is something very strange to it. It's gonna stop. It realized that the camera or something there is moving. But that one's got his snout out the hole right there. This one was rolled over, but I've already seen it moving in there. So I had a problem in the last black dragon clutch I produced, where one of the babies rolled some of the other eggs when it hatched out. And that's exactly what just happened in this scenario. It hatched out and it rolled two of the eggs, even though they already had their cracks. Their cracks were now on the bottom, and it actually drowned the other baby. It's so cool to see them coming out of their shell. It would be amazing to catch this on film. This baby actually coming out. And this one's moving his tail. Oh, he's moving his tail, and his nose is starting to come right to the entrance. Look at that. You know, they say that the commotion of the other, I'm looking in the incubator because there's 3 more eggs there, and all of those babies are pipped in that tray. So I'm watching that one. Usually I would move them all to this, but I don't want anybody to get rolled in here. We'll cover these guys back up. We need to get them back in the incubator. I don't keep my house too cold, but there's these 2 little beauties. They're just breathing heavy from seeing me, but it really seems like they don't have any yolk attached to them. So it would be really cool. Later today, we'll get them in the land and sea tub, or I'm sorry, waterland tub. Get them in that tub and swimming around with some warm water, which would be great. It'd be great to have multiples in there swimming around. How cute would that be? So I'll let these guys soak and do their little thing. Looks like they both want to close their eyes and just take a nap. So in this video, we will probably get all the paint supplies and stuff out of this room. I made a spot in the garage for all that stuff. We'll move all that out, and we'll set up an aquarium in here. Yes, an aquarium, because I start them on crickets, and it's winter right now. I don't want these guys to be in the garage. I'll have a heater on the bottom of it. I'll have a heat lamp up top, and I'll probably cover like a towel over the rest to get the temperatures right in there, the humidity right in there. I know it's not recommended by everyone, but I know if it works for me and I pay attention to the humidity and everything else, and I can control it, then I'm fine with it. It's just probably requires a little more work to have the humidity right. So I will get that set up in here. And so probably next to the Waterland tub. And I also, you know, one of the past videos, we built that lid for the Waterland tub, and I used the 1/2 inch by 1 inch mesh. I didn't tell anyone, but the Dumurals got loose in my garage, and I got them back. They were in my garage. They squeezed through that 1/2 by 1 inch mesh, and I should have just done 1/4 inch mesh, or yeah, I mean, I guess for the babies, really, I should just do 1/4 inch mesh and not worry about it being small or how well you can see through it. It needs to be escape proof. That's the number one. So we'll just take the strip off that top, put the proper screening on it, and put that back. That way we can even put a low wattage heat lamp over it and let these guys have more play time, more swim time than we've done with other babies. I mean, that's why I bought this tub, so we can do that a lot more. So we'll probably have to fill up that side with some sort of substrate, and then, I mean, I'll be able to put water in and remove it. They're not going to be in there so long that they're messing up the water, and I'll be able to just do whatever with the shop vac, water changes or something, and enjoy them in there quite a bit more. I can't tell you how happy I am. Last night when I went to bed, there was only the one egg that I transferred to there that had a mild crack in it. And then this morning, every egg was pipping. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. So I'm gonna get these guys back in the incubator. And like I said, we'll start setting up the aquarium. I'll get some new substrate for it, and we'll get this room all set up for these babies. And in this video, we will do their first feeding with crickets. So it's coming. Get ready. All right, guys, this is it. All 9 are out of their eggs. And here they are. Every single one of them is asleep. Well, all 8 of those, plus the 9th who's already swimming around. Now I just set up their aquarium. It's just sitting on blocks there. I have a very small aquarium heat pad heater underneath, where they'll probably settle to sleep underneath that moss and that little piece of palm tree husk, or whatever you want to call it. Very basic, same as I would set it up for any of the babies. Now, I am going to start transferring them into the water for their very first swim together. Set you guys up where it won't fall over. Of course, it's not going to cooperate. Huh? Maybe. Now, there was only one in here that seemed feisty, and that 9th one seemed a little feisty to me. All the rest of them have been just calm as can be. Let's see. They're just, all of them are just sleeping. Do they know it's nighttime to sleep? I've definitely been waiting for this moment. I tell you what, look at these. They are precious. Now they seem, I mean, obviously they seem very fragile, but they also seem like more ready to eat. None of them have their yolk sacs. They are very long, and they don't have that big bloated belly like a lot of them do when they hatch out. I can't believe how long some of them are. Oh, that guy is a little excited there. Here we go. There you go. All right. Everybody, he was a little jumpy, but he was fine once I started moving him. There you go. How amazing does that group look? All right. Three, 6, 9. They're all accounted for. You couldn't pick a better tub to go with these babies to really see them. I mean, they just look white, but their patterns are just, they're beautiful. Let me see. Are you the feisty one? No? Let's see. You guys can see, I don't know if this light is good in here. It's definitely going to be better tomorrow. Now I added warm water to the water that was in here. I'm definitely, oh wow, I could see one. The one sitting on top, that guy's a stunner. Wow. It's patterned. That guy right there is phenomenal. It has a solid band across its shoulders. Yeah. Again, they're all pretty. I think I'm going to buy crickets tomorrow. What does it hurt if I buy a couple and just see if any of them... I mean, they don't have those little plump baby bellies. That one right there seems to be the only one that has any sort of material hanging off of it, which would be like what they're absorbing, their yolk or whatever. Seems to be the only one. Well, we're gonna give them a minute in there. I'm straight cheesing. I'm so happy. Oh man. Oh, look how. See, are the other one's eyes that red? Does that one have a darker? What? I think I need to see them in the light. That one's eyes are brilliant. That one that's in the corner right there. Maybe they're all like that. When the light hits them right. I guess, well, see, that one has light colored eyes. Man, it looked like one of them had darker eyes. I guess tomorrow when we see them in the aquarium and we can look from the front. Oh, I forgot to mention. You remember with the babies, I made that big rack for them in the front porch. But obviously with winter right now, I can't start any babies off in the front porch. In the house is more secure than the garage. So, I mean, that's where these guys are going to start off in here. As long as I stay on top of making sure they're warm enough, they'll be fine. That one was just swimming, and he put his front legs on top of his back. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with them swimming. And that was the one that was swimming so funny right there. Hey, you. What are you guys doing? There you go. We're going to spend a lot of time doing this with these little guys, so they're all used to my hands, the smell of my hands. It's funny, like right now, they know it's a foreign thing, but it won't take much time. Well, I can already feel the warmth leaving this water. So I'm gonna just give me a moment and I'll get them in the aquarium and we'll check in on them again. Okay, they are all, some in the water. They're all exploring around. Now they have warmth over here. They have some warmth underneath there. So they're all just kind of exploring around. They all look so good. Some of them a little startled when their brothers or sisters walk on top of them. It's funny, they all get quite startled when they get face to face with each other. A little jumpy. Just a little jumpy. They're better when they're actually closer together. And that one is like, wow, that heat feels good. Ah, this is too cool. Amazing. Just amazing. All right, guys. Well, what we do next is we're going to go ahead and get some crickets tomorrow. Put a couple in there and just see what happens. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Let these guys get some rest. All right, so it's the next day, and these guys have spent most of their time in the water. The water looks a little more tannin or dark, but I think it's from the wood chips that are getting in there. Obviously, they're not going to be pooping in the water yet until they actually start eating. But that's what we're gonna do right now. Is I got some crickets. We haven't got crickets from Fluker yet. We haven't even, well, I need to mention that to Kenan, so if we can get some to us would be great, because these guys are going to eat a ton of crickets in the coming weeks. But I did go to the local bait shop and get some crickets so we could get started. I don't even have my cricket colony box started yet, and they may not want them yet. They may not want crickets for a couple days, but let's just see. What's the worst that can happen? I don't even know if I can open that one-handed. Let's see. I'll point you guys at them. Let's see. Kind of looking. Just for 1 second, so I can get two hands on that. Try and get them all out of this container. Okay. All right, so we have quite a few walking around in the aquarium. You guys are seeing how many I put in there. And I wonder if that movement, the ones that are sleeping, obviously, they are so sound asleep, they don't know what's going on. Actually, that one doesn't like them crawling on them. Maybe we'll just let them walk around and check back in a little bit. Again, it's not a big deal if none of them want to eat for a day or so.
they usually take a couple days to really fire off and start feeding. They usually are still fat from that yolk sac that they're carrying around. But these guys, they seem to like come out without that. And we'll just wait till a little later. All right, guys. I hear a lot of less noise from the crickets in that room, but I still haven't visually seen any of the albinos eat. But I guess that's my fault for dumping all those crickets in and then walking away. So I think we are 1 or 2 days later. Now, normally I'm not stressed because normally they don't eat for a week after hatching. They got into that aquarium much faster than the other babies because I didn't see that big bloated stomach where I know they were still feeding off the yolk, nor sometimes it's dragging behind them. And that wasn't the case this time. So I thought they would have jumped on food faster, and maybe they have, and I just haven't seen it. And here's another thought. Because the albinos don't see as well as the other, I don't want to say other monitors, but yeah, I guess other monitors, the regulars, the black dragons and stuff like that. What about when they start eating this live prey and they're running around, the mistake bites? So now I'm starting to say, well, maybe I need to start doing more chopped up crickets in, get the crickets, kill them all, mix them up in the scrambled eggs and feed them scrambled eggs with the crickets in there. Do more chopped up mice, whole prey all chopped up, stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is mix up some Repticalcium, Zoomed, some eggs and some turkey, just as, again, an initial first feeding. So I'm gonna put the eggs in there. I guess it would have made sense if I would have scrambled them up first, but mix all that up good. Get a lot of calcium. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spread all this out into 3 or 4 Ziploc baggies so I can defrost, some out. I mean, obviously I don't want this to be there every meal. I always try to switch it up. But I can, when I want to use this type of food, I can thaw it out and have 2 feedings for that week or something like that out of it. So I'm gonna finish mixing all this up. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more calcium to that and continue mixing it up real well. And then we're gonna go put some on a tray. I got the little tray right here, and see if we can't get any to eat. In fact, I'll even use the tongs and try and grab little bits and put it in front of individuals, and hopefully we can see a feeding. All right, guys. So that, he still has some hanging out of his mouth. That was the very first albino to take a bite of food. Let's see if he gets the rest of it. It's on his face. I saw another one tongue flick. There's not a lot that are in positions to get some. We'll try this guy again. He, with the egg on it, it's kind of slimy. He was sleeping there. I touched some on his face and then he tongue flicked and then he started getting excited. Not a lot of them are in a place. See, he's now tongue flicking. Is he happy about it? Yeah, he's licking that off his lips. No? Any of you guys? Everyone's sleeping. I don't know when I'm gonna find him all active. This guy, he's gonna make a mess of our window with it. He's the one that ate it last time. He still has it on his face. Yeah, here we go. It's like getting caught on his tongue. I don't know if he wants it. He definitely bit it last time. He's licking it off of his tongue. All right, we're gonna leave this here away from the heat so it doesn't dry out too much. And then I'm gonna try swimming them this evening. And for there, we're gonna try and feed them again. Or we're gonna let them find it. None of them under the bark. They're all just hanging in the water. So we'll try them a little bit later. It's gonna happen. Either today, tomorrow. It's gonna happen soon. All right, guys. Another day, another attempt. The ground turkey and egg sat in there for a full day, and I was actually corrected by a friend. I should have rolled it into little balls, and then you can see if any individuals actually worked on it. But instead, you know, some of them could have ate some, and then it got spread on, walked on, mulch put in it, or rep the bark. So nothing definitive, just like the crickets. Since I dumped so many crickets in there and then let them soak, I can't guarantee that, you know, they ate crickets. Eventually the crickets kind of disappear into the substrate, and that guy's very inquisitive watching me. They all look good. There's a whole pile of them right here all sleeping. I just took out 3 pitchers of the cool water or room temperature water and added 3 pitchers of warm water in here. And I'm gonna give them a good swim and sit with them, interact with them. And then we're gonna do, obviously, unsalted, unpeppered, unbuttered scrambled eggs, and with some calcium powder on that. And after a good swim, release them back into the cage or the enclosure with the eggs and make another attempt to see if we can see them eating. If you just give me a moment, I'll transfer them and we'll play with them a little bit. All right, now we're in the kitchen, and that's 1 egg scrambled. And I'm just gonna get a good amount of calcium on it. Now eggs already have a lot in them because that chick would have to produce feathers, bone, all that right off the bat. So eggs have a lot of calcium. So I don't have to add as much as I would maybe to like fish or something like that. But mix it in there good. All right, so I've got the scrambled eggs here in the kitchen, and I sprinkled in a good amount of Repticalcium from Zoomed and mixed it in there good. I did that on video and then realized that I was getting lazy and it wasn't in frame. So I'm gonna transfer that into a little plastic tray to go into their aquarium, and I'm gonna carry that into the room. And of course, Pete likes to lick the bowl after I scoop out all the egg. A little calcium wouldn't hurt him, so we'll just let him have that. So we're gonna carry this on to the room, and I got a couch, guys. If that's I don't know if that's as exciting for you as it is for me. I feel like a human being at the end of the day, sitting on a couch. It's so nice. So I'm gonna set this in here, and as I bring the individuals back, I'm gonna kind of introduce them to that egg as they come back. But this is gonna be my daily routine for a while, and obviously quite a bit quieter as I do it, but going to individuals and just giving them a little lift and letting them get used to me, smell me, seeing that no one is getting excited. Like, this guy seems to be more alert, so let him. Let's see. There you go. Nothing to worry about, buddy. Now, I transferred all 9 of them over, and nobody had any weird wiggles. They all just calmly sat in my hands and let me transfer them, which is really good. I know when they hatched out, I had one that was a little more excited than the rest, but that's not the case. They're all very calm, just like as you see right there. There's no aggression, which is a good place to start with these babies. And as long as I keep up with my daily handling of each individual, they're going to be perfect little social monitors, socialized, which is what buyers are going to want. So I'm going to spend a little time with each one, picking them up a couple times, keeping track. And if there's any one that needs a little more attention, obviously I'll give it, just to make sure that one stays comfortable with me. And then we're going to try putting them in front of the egg. It's funny, like, they are definitely longer than the other babies I've hatched out. Like, this one seems like maybe it's holding weight. Either this one already kicked off and ate and I didn't see it, or it is still absorbing yolk. But we have other individuals like this guy here, which I don't know why. Is it because they're albinos that I feel like, oh my God, they're so thin, like I'm more worried. Like that guy in the corner. Like, I'm so used to the little chunky monitors, and these guys haven't sparked off. Eating for a week or two is not, or not eating for a week or two is not abnormal. That's normal for these guys. But I don't know why. Maybe the dollar amount, or the fact that I really need this boost in money right now to finish things, that I'm so nervous about it. I tried feeding them way earlier than I normally would feed any animals. Like, they would stay in that box in the incubator for minimum 5 days before they would have made it to the aquarium. Whereas these guys, I didn't see that they had that chunkiness of the yolk in them, and I transferred them to the aquarium right away. And they're certainly enjoying it, the swimming and sunning and stuff like that. They're doing all that. They're not just hiding, which would indicate that they weren't ready for that. They're enjoying moving around and stuff, which makes me feel like they should be ready for food. So hopefully we get a good reaction. I'm going to pick some out that are more eagerly tongue flicking and stuff like that and put them in front of the food. And I think once one starts, you're going to see that they're all going to kind of start. So should be good. All right, that should be a pretty good view of the eggs. And I'm going to start grabbing individuals and bringing them over to the egg. This one is tongue flicking pretty good. I would love to see him smell that egg and go down. Oh, he looks interested. Oh, licking of lips. There we go. Oh, there we go, guys. On film. The very first one eating. Now let's see if we can do that again. No. It took sticking that first one's nose in it for it to really notice what was going on. The thing with these babies is just constant food. Constantly trying. Constantly different stuff. All right, this looks like a little female here. Lower your head just a little bit. So that one just ate a little egg. Oh, she's sticking her tongue out further. Oh, same as that last one, a little licking of the lips. Come on, girl. No? Okay. since we saw one eat, we are probably just a day away from these guys going crazy on food. And we're really just about at that week mark. We're definitely not further than that. So I would love to see this one lick his lips too. No, not ready. Not ready or not interested in egg. Like I've said in past videos, I feel like water monitors are like teenagers and they have very picky eating habits or tastes. One likes this, doesn't like that. I would love to see more than one, but I think we were lucky to see one. And I'm also holding a baby with a shaky hand. I apologize for that. Oh, did you guys see that in the background? One just got a little huffy with another one. All right, there you go. You're okay. Just don't get huffy with me, see? Everyone has been, and you guys are watching them all being carried over one at a time. Each one of them very, very calm in my hands. There you go. On tongue flick. Let me get a little. Oh, we're gonna get another one to eat. I think it's gonna happen. There you go, guys. Beautiful. So that's two. And eating in my hands. Awesome. Such a good sign. There you go. Just gotta get that egg down. We've got one more in here. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're all alone. First one that I had to get a second hand in there. Oh. Can we get three? It's funny how like I get them right to the egg and they get a little pause. They get very comfortable in my hands. Oh, the licking of the lips. I love that. I feel like that's a good sign. That's a good sign that you're close. There you go. Well, I think the fact that we got two to eat, guys, is awesome. Them moving around, I see them scaring up some crickets. I think we're just a day away from seeing more of these guys fire off and eat. Maybe we'll try some fresh fish tomorrow. The crickets, I am a little nervous about the crickets and their vision. I think if I do something like the crickets, I think I need to do it off of a tong and hold a cricket in front of the individual. I don't want any mistake bites. I mean, they're tough and babies are gonna have mistake bites. That's just all part of it. But it's just awesome to see these guys all playing around. I apologize for the very sterile looking clear tub. I know it doesn't look awesome on film. But maybe we'll hold out one more day or till this afternoon and try something else. I think I'm gonna cook some chicken tonight. It's not good to
do boneless chicken or whatever for them because it doesn't have a lot of nutrients, but maybe I'll cut it up real small and just try with the tongs to feed one more time some of these individuals this afternoon, and we'll see what the eggs look like. I'll probably take a picture of it with my phone and see how much is missing according to the difference in the two pictures. All right, we'll meet back up this afternoon. Oh, is this guy coming to eat? Oh, he was thinking about it, I believe. He was thinking about it. All right, guys. A little bit more of the egg was gone when I came back to check on them later, but still nothing significant. Not like babies that are feeding where you can't keep the food in there. So let's see, we've tried crickets, and then we went to the ground turkey with egg. Then we did scrambled eggs. Today we're gonna do chicken hearts that are coated in calcium powder. And since the demurrals are the only other ones that I have to cut it up that small, we're gonna feed them at the same time. Oh shoot, where'd the little female go? Oh, there she is. There she is. Let's see. Piece that she can swallow. Oh, that looks way too big for her. We're gonna have to move that hide forward. There she is. She's usually pretty eager if you put some good food in front of her. There you go. The male's a bit of a pig, so he gets any chance you get to give her her own special bit. Everything about those guys is so calm. Let me get that mulch out of your mouth. Oh, you're locked onto the mulch. Oh, wow. And she's got a significant bite. I tell you what. Oh, he smells it now. Here you go, buddy. Oh, there it is. He was taking a swim. I just cleaned their water. He doesn't miss a meal. They're really elongated. It seems like someone mentioned a salamander, and now that's all I can think about when I see them. Just like they have these little legs and this big, long body. Put your tunnel back. I unfortunately have the tripod out on this camera, and it's kind of big. Put your tray right there. And I did mention, see, Kenan came and filmed the albinos the other day, and we did film these guys for a second, and I forgot to mention, these are from Aiden Bradley. So you'll see him advertising these guys on Morph Market and the different Facebook groups and stuff. He is to my knowledge, the only one producing them. This was a huge accomplishment that he got that done. And they are awesome. That is a big chunk for you, little girl, but might as well get the big chunk before the boy gets in there. She is so much smaller. She's like half his size. And you see how little she is. I gave her another big chunk so she can work on that. And he'll find the tray and gobble it all up. They're just so calm. I'm just very impressed by them. See if I can get that little bit of mulch out of your mouth. Oh. There you go. Oh, look, he's going to give a little death roll. He won't let me have the mulch.
Hasn't been a problem before. And you know, I've heard people again say all sorts of stuff about the substrate and this and that. You know what they eat in the wild? Dirt, leaves, sticks. I mean, whatever is sticking to that whole prey that they've dismembered, or the scraps of fish or whatever on the beach. Well, she's got it all just about down. All right, well, that's quite a bit of food for them, but I'm gonna let them eat their fill. I like to overfeed the babies, and it's not overfeeding, it's letting them all eat, because if I put just enough, the ones in the group that are less shy will gorge and eat more than they should, and then the other ones won't get any. So I would rather put more food, come back, make sure the shy ones have eaten, and if they haven't, then I'll tongue feed them some of the food, and then remove the food, and then feed that to another animal that is like by itself and got its normal daily portion. Like these whitethroats, their trays, they're empty, so they're not going to get fed today the same as everyone else, because they have been eating whatever food the albinos haven't eaten. So daily trays of food have been coming to them. So come on, Pete, let's go inside and let's see if we can get the rest of that group to eat. Now, something else I did after yesterday's video is I put a towel over the aquarium. I used the heat gun, checked temperatures. They were a little low. I mean, the overall ambient temperature in there is good, but their basking was a little low. Okay, you can come in or stay out. Either way, Pete. Trying to hold the heat in this room. But they're all in their water. No, one is actually using the high spot. There's actually one underneath that palm tree log. Unscrew that bottom off. Get the tray in here. Oh, I think, is that a tail underneath there? Is that a tail? No? I thought maybe one was buried there too also. All right, we have all these individuals in the water. I have one right here. Let's see. That's what we need. A little tongue flicks. There we go. Oh, not even in frame. This little guy's gonna eat that meat. Absolutely. Absolutely. That went better than the egg. Oh, look, there's another one interested. There you go. I see another one. Oh. Look, they're getting their faces next to each other. And that one wanted it. Here you go. Not on your brother. Don't bite your brother. Get this. Ooh, see, this is these babies. Oh gosh. Always fun feeding the babies. They're excited about the smell, and they're still learning where it's actually coming from and whatnot.
This one's gonna go for his second bite. Oof. And this one was definitely interested, just hasn't figured it out. Oh, wasn't in frame. He's definitely tongue flicking. I think he knows he wants it. Trying to get some of these over here to smell it. These guys are ready to eat. All these guys. Oh no. Very cool. Maybe we'll move this out of the way. Just one individual under there. That's good. All I want to see is a tongue flick, because that little tongue flick. Come on. I hate it when it sticks to the mulch. These guys in the water are so excited about the food. Eat all you want, buddy. There you go. I don't know if it's the same two. They're eating all the food, or if any others are getting in on it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get 2 hands, move the water over, and see if I can't put some individuals in front of the food. Okay, well, I moved the water out and I put food in front of some of the other individuals back here. You can see, because the calcium is now smeared all over the aquarium glass. I think we're up to 4 eating. I think we were, what, at 2 yesterday? 2 definitively eating in front of us. But we have a pile of food to leave them. So as they mosey around, they're going to find it. I wish I could, well, I wish I had a slow motion camera in here to see what individuals eat today. But it's no rush. It's a week to 2 weeks for some of these guys to fire off and eat. And the fact that we're day 5 right now, and we're at half of them eating off of tongs, food offered on tongs, which is great in my opinion. I'm happy about that. Again, most of all my other clutches would still be at 5 days. Today would be the day I would transfer them out of that box with the sphagnum moss to put them in an aquarium the first time, and then from today on start introducing food. So these guys are definitely early as far as that. But seeing them eat good protein like that, obviously we want whole prey. Once I get them to fire off on some of these simpler things, like I may try, I know I have some fish, some fresh fish that I'm going to cook up maybe tomorrow night. So maybe I'll cut some of that off and try some nice clean fish with the calcium powder. But as soon as I get them to kick off and I know that they're all eating, then we can start chopping up whole mice and give them that whole prey, albeit chopped up, so they can all swallow it. We'll start doing some stuff like that. I think that's it for now, guys. I mean, couldn't be happier with these guys. They're doing really, really good. They're beautiful. And once we have them all eating, they'll be available. We just want to know that we're selling a good, healthy product. So
All right, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.